Joy 99.7 FM.
Hello and good evening. My name is Kobe Spikey Nkrumah and you are tuned in to Joy 99.7 FM. The show is Geek Squad, and today being the first Tuesday of the month, we are having our Q&A session, so you can call us with any of your problems and then the geeks in the studio will do their best, our best, to give you answers today. So if you want to call the numbers to call us 0302-216-541. You want to send us a WhatsApp is 0244340437. The numbers again are 0302-216-541 and then a WhatsApp is 0244340437. So yeah, today we have just 45 minutes, maybe less because we've already eaten 8 minutes currently out of our time because of the Champions League football. Winston, welcome. Welcome, Kukwanase.
Sure.
So, yeah, I mean, let's just jump straight into it because we don't have time. Whilst we wait for people to call us, we will just have our usual tech tete-a-tete. I just found out that Microsoft's BitLocker encryption has been compromised by bad SSD encryption. That's good news for me though, because I've got this SSD that's encrypted by BitLocker that I've been trying to crack. So I'm going to explore this. And in other news, tomorrow something is happening. What's happening?
Samsung is dropping a foldable phone. Okay, I can't say if it's a correct foldable phone just yet, but they are dropping it. They've been beaten to it. But
no, they've been beaten to what?
To the release of the first foldable phone.
Oh yes, by something called what?
I've forgotten the name. It was that unimpressive.
Yo, when I saw that piece of plastic, when I saw that foldable thingy, when I saw that phone that actually folds, that looks like something plastic,
and you couldn't put it in your pocket even if you tried.
So why do they want to call it a foldable phone?
Well,
so it's a foldable tablet. I think the guys were just trying to ride on the wave
because it's a new company.
Yeah, become relevant. And the iPad Pro comes with
USB Type-C connection, and that's really good.
What happened to Lightning?
Yeah, Lightning was said to be revolutionary and all of that, but yeah, there's something called the GDPR and there's something called the EU.
We'll be right back. Hello, Bruce.
Yeah, Kobe, good evening.
Good evening, Bruce. Welcome to the show.
How are you all doing?
We're all good.
Yes. I just have a short question. I've lost. I've kept some information on my WhatsApp.
Right.
That I've lost. It's actually a transaction between myself and somebody.
Okay.
And now I need that information on WhatsApp as an evidence to buttress my point.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know how to recover that information I lost. Is it possible to recover?
If you do your regular backups of your WhatsApp messages, there's a high possibility it's still either on your phone or in your Google account. So okay. You need to check to see where your backup goes. If it's set to your Google account, then it's going to your Google account. If it's set to local, then it's being stored on your phone. Then you can reinstall WhatsApp and then ask it to check But when you do that, it's going to recover the latest backup. You need to check the date of the backup.
Yeah.
Each backup is saved with a date and a time. So check the dates of your backup. It's in your WhatsApp folder. You see a folder called databases.
Databases.
Yes.
Yeah.
So open it and check it, and then see the dates that come. If it's before the time that you lost the message, then you'd have to move the latest backups to a different folder and then rely on the old backup, restore the messages from that one.
And even in your WhatsApp settings, you can actually check the periodicity of your backups. Some people make it daily.
Some make it weekly and some make it monthly.
So you need to check that.
All right. Thank you. Thanks very much. I'll give it a try and see if I'm able to.
If you have any challenges, we have a tech group, Geek Squad group on Telegram. Just join in there. There are more geeks there who can support you with this.
All right.
Okay.
I'm very grateful.
No problem. Thank you for calling, Bruce.
Thank you too.
Right.
Bye-bye.
So, yes.
So in line with news,
Lightning.
Spikey, kindly tell us what happened to you today.
You really want me to talk about what happened to me
Well,
today?
I feel like it's a very interesting subject.
I feel we need to investigate it further, but I'm still going to talk about it. So today I wanted to make a payment through one of the various payment applications. None of them were working. I installed all of them available, not mentioning any names, but I installed all of them available. None worked. And I registered with my email. And right that instant, I was expecting a phone call from my bank, and I get a phone call from a UK number. And the guy, with a very weird accent says, Mr. Kwabina. I'm like, who is Mr. Wabina? He says, okay, I just realized you have interest in binary option trading. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. So I asked the guy to call me back in about an hour. So I find out what's happening. I suspect one of these services, there's been a data breach, and then someone is leaking data to all these companies.
But that was quick.
That was quick. I mean, you were there. You saw it happen. Like
less than 5 minutes.
Less than 5 minutes. These guys just called me.
Yeah.
We've got another call on the line. Hello, Kofi.
Yeah, how are you?
Very well, Kofi.
Yeah. Certain things bother me.
Sure.
And I wanted to address it.
Right.
This mobile money fraud thing that's going on. How possible is it that they are not able to track the numbers that are perpetuating this fraud? Because it baffles me. When I get a SIM card, I have to register with my ID, which is then validated before I can access or use a SIM card.
Right.
So that's my first question.
Right.
How possible is it that those who perpetuate this mobile money fraud are not being arrested? Is it an insider job? If it is so, why are they not cracking on those people who work within those telecommunications companies? Number two, if you can please note them. The anti-money laundering laws in Ghana will not allow you to take more than $10,000 from Western Union.
Right.
If you do, then you have to declare to IOCO or any security agency how you came by the money. That is a law. How come that some of these Nigerians and Ghanaian fraudsters can take $100,000 and they boldly state that? The last time I was at the beach and they were having a beach party. Supposedly they said they hit. That means they've gotten money. And they got as much as $100,000 from Western Union. How possible is that? Number three, sometimes I get text messages from these telecommunications companies unsolicited. Then what happens is that these promotions that go on, let's say it's a draw or lottery draw, or join this and win this $10,000, 10,000 cities, or answer some questions. I got one from Vodafone, and apparently I was just roped into it without me accepting to be part of it. Because I was vigilant, I checked. But so they charge 75 pesos for a day. So if you don't check your credit, you wouldn't know. So how possible is this thing going on? And I know that for me, I'm educated, so I'm aware. But majority of Ghanaians are not educated, so they wouldn't know. So they rope you in automatically without you accepting it. So where can you report some of these things when you see it? Because if you multiply 75 pesos by the number of subscribers that the communication company has, even if you multiply by only 1 million, That's a lot of money. And this is also fraud. So why can you report? So please answer all the questions for me.
I will. Okay.
I think I'll deal with the mobile money one. Because I actually shot a video about my mobile money experience, so you can check it out on YouTube. But long story short, after my experience, I feel like the mobile money scams are actually from the mobile money vendors. There could be a breach in MTN, but I highly doubt that because I noticed a trend. I always visit a specific 4 groups of mobile money vendors, and the one time I visited one random one, the next day
you had this call,
that attempt. So it is the mobile money vendors. The only way to eliminate it is to stop the mobile money vendors, and you would have to go to MTN every day, but that will have queues and too many problems,
and you're killing people's jobs.
Yeah, so it's
about
something
the tracking of the phone numbers. You know, sometimes you go to buy a SIM card, and those who sell the SIM cards for you, they register it for you themselves.
Yes,
so there's a high possibility that's why they get the fraudsters are able to get away with it. About the fraud money and the Yoko, we're not. We don't have the power to talk about that. I don't know how they get the money. I don't even know if they get the money from there. So really, we'll have to, talk to those who have the powers to find that out. And the messages from the telcos, most of the time when they do, you just have to send stop to that phone number. If not, just call the call center and tell them that this is what is happening. If you don't get an answer, you can go to the service center themselves and then tell them that's what's happening. I don't think that, if you are getting unsolicited messages, they wouldn't stop sending that to you. I know for my network, I use Vodafone, and if you send stop to whichever number it is that is sending you the messages, it stops. And then, it doesn't come again.
Well, Spiky, about the mobile money thing.
Yes, quick one. I
talking about. I once found one, and they were using short codes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've spoken about it on Joy FM before, and then we had a cybersecurity specialist come and show how he was able to spoof the short code number to send that message. It's very possible. It's very doable. I think, with that, the telcos really have to pick, up their game on the security of that stuff.
Clamp that down.
Yeah.
Because it's very funny and it's very interesting. They caught me in haste. That's why but because I knew how much I had in my mobile money account, I was checking and everything. So you just call the telco and
even have a fraud report number, you can actually report fraud to. So we have another call on the line. Hello, Emmanuel. Hi.
Please, I really want to know more about the how hackers have been able to hack your account.
Which account?
Like your email account, your Facebook, and all things.
Okay, right. We'll talk about that in a while. We've got another call on the line. Hello, Awule from Spintex.
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Please, I want you to help me with this. My Yahoo email. I can't remember my password. I've tried all the best to retrieve my account, but I can't. Is there any other way I could try?
Yahoo.
They've had their fair share of problems.
Yeah, Yahoo has been problematic for a while. You have to find a way to reach someone all the way up at Yahoo. That's how difficult it is if you lose your access to Yahoo and your recovery email is not working, your recovery phone number is not working. That's the problem. Yahoo. I honestly, I don't encourage people to use Yahoo. I encourage everybody to switch to some other email service. Yahoo is, they're suffering.
They've had too many issues.
Yeah.
Well, the messenger is down.
And the security is not that strong.
Not that good. Yes.
It's not that good. Google, you're guaranteed that constantly they're having all these bug reporting, so people try to hack them and then send them all these things.
The fact that they don't want to pay 4% of their GDP because of their so
Hello, Kobe. I got a new phone, and whenever I receive an audio, i.e. a voice note, a song, and I want to play it, my screen goes blank. I've searched through settings but can't find anything. I'm wondering what could be the cause. Bright from East Legon. Before that, the guy wants to know about email accounts hack.
Well, mostly the way they do it, this 5 cent thing.
The phishing,
yeah. And I have a problem. Most of the videos that show people how to hack are freely available on YouTube and so on. Do you understand? hold on.
Why you say hold on? You know what I'm going to say.
Don't pause. Yeah, see, they are available, and the bad people can have access to it.
Yeah.
But it seems people are preventing us from showing the good ones.
I mean,
also.
for educational purposes, yes.
Because, for instance, if you have maybe a business and you're an IT guy, maybe you've built your own website. You should be able to do a little bit of pen testing to check a few things.
And pen testing is.
Yep.
What is pen testing?
Well, searching for vulnerabilities.
Okay, so checking to see if there are any weaknesses in your system or whatever it is.
But the little I know about hacking is that it's very rare for hackers to target one particular person. So it's a whole group of people that they target, and if they fish and they find good,
so it's like throwing stuff at the wall and one sticks.
So you just throw the nets.
Hello, Eunice from East Legon.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question on phone security.
Right.
I want to find out, and this is like call security. I want to find out how come you're in Ghana and you can get calls from Eastern Europe when you have had no business, no transaction at all from people living in Eastern Europe, Belarus, Serbia, and the like. What could be wrong? What could be happening?
Okay. We'll answer that in a bit. Okay.
I guess the information is
you were done?
Yeah, but I was done.
We got another caller. Hello, Papa Answer.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
My boss.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, you made mention of Yahoo. You said you don't encourage people to use Yahoo. And I was expecting you to, give us another mail that we can...
Oh, alternative. I mentioned like Gmail or Outlook from Microsoft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So the lady that called was asking about...
Yeah, Eunice, I believe.
Yeah, Eunice, yeah.
Well, I guess your information is just out there.
Yeah.
That's about the simplest way we can answer this.
Once your information is out there, anybody can reach it. So we don't encourage people putting their emails, your personal information. Try to keep it close to you, especially in comment sections. I go to Facebook and I see people commenting stuff, and they end up putting their phone numbers. There are softwares that can scour the internet for phone numbers, email addresses, and then they send you spam messages. They call you,
and you probably just signed up to something weird on the internet.
Yeah. We all have that IT friend. If you have any questions, if you have anything that you're about to do, run it by that IT friend and be like, even we the geeks have, I have a friend I actually call the IT guy's IT guy. He's called Cecil. Like when I'm doing something, there's a high possibility I'll call him and say, I'm doing this. Have you experienced this before? He's like, yeah. Because that guy tinkers 5 steps ahead.
Be on the master.
Straight up. So always find that person that you can always run this thing by. Be like, I'm about to do this thing. Have you done it before you push the wrong button and then blow things up like Didi from Dexter's Laboratory? Hi, geeks. The Wi-Fi of my Samsung doors automatically disconnects from my Wi-Fi within about 4 minutes of it being connected. How can I solve this? I am Ni.
Now, this is an interesting question.
That is very interesting.
Because it could either be the phone or it could be the Wi-Fi.
Yes, and it disconnects after 4 minutes, about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly 4 minutes.
I would advise that you check the frequency, the band on which the Wi-Fi is operating on, whether it's 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz.
Yes.
Bring it to 2.4 gigahertz. Change the SSID. The SSID is your Wi-Fi name, and then change maybe your password. Just probably reset the Wi-Fi. Try
just
again.
reset
the Wi-Fi. Okay, go another call on the line. Hello, Kofi.
Yeah, I called earlier.
Yes, sir.
But this mobile money fraud thing, it's because many people are being duped, and some of these people they've been crying. Sometimes their meager money. That's why I want to get more information, but I wasn't satisfied with the answer given.
Right.
Simply because, fine, if you go to purchase a SIM card and that SIM card was registered by somebody, that person ought to be traced, right?
Yes.
Well, how come that we don't get anybody arrested?
I believe
I can't just get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Telecommunications companies too are there. So why are we not delving into this thing to get to the root? So I suspect that this is might emanate from insiders from these telcos. That's my first suspicion. Or the security agencies are complicit when it comes to this, because it beats my imagination. Every SIM card ought to be registered.
Yeah.
And you must have a valid ID card. Otherwise, it will not be authenticated. True or false?
True.
Good. So how come that nobody, we don't hear of arrests, and people are doing it day in, day out. Even last time the news came out that Ghana, they mentioned some billions of cedis that was lost in 2017 alone to fraudsters, which is huge. And
I believe that these questions that you have can really best be answered by the telcos, and we have plans to bring them in to have a show where we're going to talk about it, because we are also equally concerned about this, mobile money fraud and everything.
Good.
And we've done some.
I also want you to also bring in the IOCO, for instance, because they have the mandate to ensure that people don't take more than $10,000.
Yes, brilliant.
And anybody taking $10,000 and above ought to declare how they got the money. So how come that they'll be complicit? We pay them with our taxes so that they can protect us. So I also suspect that maybe some of them are in bed with these fraudsters, because
we can't assume that. What the best thing we can do? The best thing we can do
about $10,000, even from the bank, they will have to call you to find out how you got the money.
I agree.
How come these people get the money and then and nobody knows how? So please bring them so that we will pin them down and then we can get to the root of this.
I agree, Mr. Kofi. The thing is, I think that before we can even make some of these assumptions, especially with the IOCO issue, we actually need proof. So we need proof that someone has actually done this, proof that cannot be denied before we can actually put them on the spot. Other than that, it's our word against theirs. It can say, hey, it's never happened, and we can tell you for a fact. And then we can't, because we don't have physical proof or evidence, we can't.
And I mean,
most of the people don't even report it, and they don't even follow up. It's so embarrassing to certain people to be, to
be duped. Yes,
they call it fakauchi akuma.
And another thing is, like he said, you have to show proof of where you got the money from and how you came into those funds. So if they are able to make that proof available, there's not much you can do about it. Whether the authenticity of it is what we cannot tell.
Yes.
But there's a process. If they went through the process and they were able to cash out that,
I think there's something that maybe our NAS would be best able to investigate.
Yes.
Hello, we've got Richard on the line. Hello, Richard.
Yeah, hello. I'm in a public transport, so forgive me for that.
No problem.
I use an A7.
Right.
And I want to upload information from the internal memory to the external memory, that's the XD, to create space.
Right.
It says I'm running dangerously on space.
Yeah.
So what's the procedure?
Okay, so if you're running, you just use a file manager to move the files, but there's a high possibility that most of the information that you have on your phone is what is clogging up, like photos and the rest. You can just copy them to the SD card.
Videos, Charlie.
Yeah, move them actually. Don't just copy. Just move them or copy them to the SD card. Verify that they are there, then delete them from the phone.
But moving is simpler.
And sometimes even the WhatsApp cache.
Yes, the database, the backup. That's what I just deleted from.
Too big.
It's big. You see,
and it compounds every day.
Yeah.
This is why I personally do not like WhatsApp. Synchronize the messages on a cloud-based server. Make them encrypted so nobody who hacks the system can get access to them. Like Telegram.
Well, they are just trying to let you know as if they are doing real P2P. Which I really
Hi team, so my Infinix phone is lost. Oh, so sorry. And I want no one to use it. It's just 3 months old. What options do I have? Android device manager. But wait, it depends on when you lost it. If you just lost it like now, log into your Google, go to Android device manager. There's a find my phone feature. Go and wipe the phone. You can't make it rendered useless. You can basically wipe all your data from it.
Well, I wouldn't tell, she shouldn't continue. She shouldn't worry herself.
Let's go on.
Yeah, Android is open source and a lot can be done to it.
But if you wipe your data, at least nobody gets access to your data. That's the whole thing. Because even if you block the IMEI, people can go and write a new IMEI to it and then still make it usable.
Very easy.
So, hi geeks, how can I expand the space on my iPhone without buying a new one or paying more on my iCloud? Ike in the USA.
I'm sorry, you have to pay. I'm very sorry.
You can't increase the space on an iPhone. Unfortunately, you have to buy more. Oh, but you can use Google Photos to back up your photos. That's free.
Yeah, that's free to 15 gigabytes.
That's if you're backing up high res. But if you're backing up the normal backup. That's unlimited.
But you have to pay that iCloud, yeah, or just buy a new one with bigger space.
You can even get free 50 gig from Mega.
Mega.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get mega.co.nz if you want to use that cloud backup. Yeah. But yeah, I'll just advise you to use. Please, concerning the adult movie thing, if you had used your email address to log in Play Store for someone and maybe the person visits those sites, how does it affect me? Davidson, Akron, Adenta, Ashie. So someone accesses adult movie sites with your account. Hold on, we've got a caller. Hello, Mauto.
Yeah.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, hi. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Okay, I want you to help me solve a little problem. Okay, my Instagram,
right.
I want to manage it with follow and that follow and that follow thing. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't understand you.
I want to manage my Instagram with. You see, there is an app. Follow
okay.
And
yeah.
Follow. Yes. So when I download that app and I want to copy my account on it so that I can manage the account. When I download and I want to log into my account, it's not logging in. They say that your password is not correct, but I'm using the right password. I don't know why.
Personally, I would not recommend using a third-party application to give access to your social media platforms. We all know what happened with Cambridge Analytica.
Yeah.
And some of these apps could well be phishing apps that could end up taking your username and your password unless you have proof that they are, verified, legitimate. But I don't recommend using any app whatsoever to track your followers or unfollowers. Maybe a social media application like Hootsuite and the rest, but all these follow and unfollow apps, they have big question marks.
I mean, when people are downloading apps, you need to look at the numbers, the number of stars, the comments.
Go caller. Okay. Hi, Stephen.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to your wonderful listeners.
Good evening.
I think this is a good program, but what I want to draw your attention to is that me personally, with a friend, we had some problems way down the line, and then we went to one of the telecommunication offices for security reasons. I don't want to open up with everything now.
Thank you.
But if they want to put stop on, I'll come out and then disclose everything to Joy FM.
Right.
I mean, we went to the office and they told us that we should go to police station and make a report.
Right.
For the fraudster's number to be able to be suspended or whatever. But in the meantime, they have promised that they are going to suspend the number, plug the line the person could not be able to use. And I said, how much is the line? It's 50 pesos, 100 said, 1 CD. So the money that is gone, what are you going to do about it? You're going to block the person? And that's what they told us. If you want to push it further, then go to the police station, report, and take a police report and bring it to us. Then what you are asking us to do, we can be able to do because we also have to protect our customers and clients.
Right.
And they blocked the line in front of me. So I asked the person, what is the wisdom in what you are doing? Then following the person, investigating about what I'm telling you. If it is true, report the person to the police, and you are rather asking me to go and do your job for you. And he said that is the instruction from above. We cannot go more than we cannot do more than what you are asking us to do. So sometimes the frustration should go through from the hand of this service provider communication. It's not that we cannot just go to them and find out. We had experiences you call and they tell you this, you walk in there, they tell you all sort of things that would dishearten you and discourage you totally, that you will not be interested in pursuing it anymore.
Right.
All right. Bye.
Right. Thank you very much. We have another caller. Hello, Lukman.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Thank you very much for giving me opportunity.
You're welcome.
I know every phone have a security settings. They have been saying that when you inscript these settings and put on your PIN, is it possible that if the phone is stolen, nobody can use it? Is it possible so?
If you encrypt the phone?
Yes, sir.
No. Once you encrypt the phone, once the person does a hard reset, they have access to the phone.
Okay, and then another thing is that in the mobile money, some of us, there are some people who they send their phone, they give their phone to some people to go and withdraw money for them. Sometimes they even write their mobile PIN numbers for them to go and withdraw the money for them. So what advice do you have for them?
Yeah.
It's very, very risky to do that.
Exactly. Thank you very much for your contribution and your question, Lukman. I believe Lukman's contribution is actually very, very, very relevant to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people are not educated on even personal cyber hygiene, as they put it. So we need to educate people on that.
Yeah, I guess we'll put that together.
Yes.
Well, if I can even go further, they should also know that RATs, remote administration tools are being used, and those things can send SMS, can receive SMS, read it, meaning somebody can send your mobile money right from your phone while you are holding it.
Yes. So that is when they tell you to input your key. Like when I had the experience, the guy was telling me that I should send the money immediately.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm not doing that. So I pretended, when I realized that it was a scam, I pretended to be ignorant about everything. He was actually asking me to send him the money, like he'll guide me through the processes. And using your dialer tone, they can tell what numbers you pushed.
Exactly.
And you are done.
Yeah.
So just be patient. Like, take your time. Most of these text messages come from numbers, like normal numbers, and sometimes even the diction, the spellings are wrong. There's so many things that gives it away. But you just need to pay attention. Just relax. It's money.
I mean, recently a mobile money fraudster was arrested in Wa. So I'm very sure that the authorities are doing what they can. Just that these people are very, very elusive.
Yes.
They have been doing this for a very long time, so they know how to swerve. Yeah, but eventually. And the gentleman who said his screen goes blank anytime he receives a voice note or a song and he wants to play it.
Well, there's this. I noticed this actually. There's a sensor over your earpiece.
Yeah, the ambient line sensor.
Yeah, where you receive sound from. So if you put your hand on it, the screen goes off.
And even if you put your phone, when you get a voice note or a sound, and then you're playing and you put it to your ear, it comes through the earpiece.
Yeah. So that sensor is it's probably the reason.
Yeah.
That's what I think is the reason. So
yeah. So check that sensor. Normally, it's blocked by screen protectors.
Yes.
Some screen protectors actually block that light sensor. So whenever you get a call, you notice that the screen goes off. It's not really going off. It's just been covered. So yeah, we're almost out of time because of the Champions League. Yeah, we've answered that question. Do we have any other?
The adults movie. I
adult
feel like just go on with your life.
Yeah, or you can go to your Google history and then clear it. Your search history. It's based on your search history that.
But what he's saying is that the person, maybe if it was, let's say xyz.com and you needed to create an account to enjoy certain aspects of the website.
And the person created it with his email.
His email. I feel like just go on with your life, bro.
Well, it happens mostly in these mobile phone repair shops. Most people don't create the email themselves, so somebody can just use one email and use it for
everyone.
10 people.
Very true. Yeah. Very true.
So just move on with your life. Don't worry about it.
So we need to wrap up. It's Hi Geek Squad, please, how do I move my OS from SSD to HDD without having to reinstall it? Also from Malam. You'd have to clone the hard drive, actually. You can do a hard drive clone from one drive to the other. Then when you're done, you have to expand it. Assuming that the SSD is the same size or smaller than the HDD, if it's too big, that may not really work. But that's the best way to do it. So we are out of time. We have to get going for Gary L. Smith and George Addo Jr. and the soccer team can give us commentary that we will not listen to. We're not soccer guys. But yeah, it's been a great show. Thank you for those who called, those who watched us on Facebook, those who sent messages. We couldn't answer all of them, but we tried. We will share the Telegram group. For those who have more questions, there are more geeks in the Telegram group. Go join, send them questions, bother them. That's what they're here for. And they'll answer. Quick one, I say thank you for coming as always. Winston, thank you for coming. Big shout outs to my producer, Delaglan, who wanted us to listen to Candy Paint before the show began. Abeku Sankofi, you always have my back. Dennis, the fair boy who is still not fair. I'm waiting for the day you'll be fair. Selwyn, big ups to you guys, man. Thank you guys for holding me down. And thank you, George Addo Jr., for letting me have a show today. He did. He gave me, yes. Yeah, he gave me. Why should he thank us? Huh? George, thank you, man. But still, one of these days we'll give the commentary.